And guys, I'm here with another one, and in this one, guys, I want to talk about Satan and whatever you think about him, it he's ruling down here. Yup, ruling down here. We can talk till the cows come home. We can try to romanticize this wishful thinking. It won't change a thing. That creature is ruling down here, and comes a point, guys, in one's life that you have to admit things, even things you don't like. You can't always be in your comfort zone. I look at what's presented in front of me. I don't look at wishful thinking and all of that crap. I deal with what I can see and with what's happening in front of my two eyeballs that are located in my head, in my cranium. The rest is just, I don't know, just talk. I see what's presented in front of me. And what I'm seeing right now is that this creature is kicking ass. Whether you like it or not, that's a different story. We're not here talking about what you like or don't like. We're talking about facts. And the fact is that um, it's kicking ass, guys. And I always wondered, right? And this was a great point by another YouTube, content creator. Um, why did the Bible say this place is given, or this world is given into the hands of the wicked one? I'm like brainstorm. I'm thinking, wait, you have this all-powerful God, so-called. He knows this entity or this creature is a piece of shit, but yet you're so powerful, everything, but you are not. You don't do nothing. You just let your creation suffer. You don't build them out. You don't help them. You just watch while children are missing. And guys, it doesn't matter if they're holograms. The fact is, even if it's fictional, it doesn't make sense, guys. To stop always looking at things black and white, even if they're not real people. That's not the point here. We talked about that a million times already. I cannot be repeating the same thing a million times. Fact is that God is not doing anything. And you know why? Because the God you go to every Sunday to the church, the God you pray to, the God you read in that book, is Satan himself. And that's why the more you pray, the more problems you have. Because you're actually praying to a negative source. You might as well better than meditate to a 432 hertz frequency. And serious, real talk, guys. And now I always find it weird that when I used to go to church, yeah, believe it or not, I used to go to church. Yeah, I want to be very real about that. I felt there even more empty than I do now. Sometimes because yeah, we're here in a void. Um, and I was thinking, but what is this? How is this normal? Because um, how can this be? If this is a loving, all powerful God, shouldn't He help us? Why are we here? I won't say suffering because I don't like to speak out. Power have words, but let's say the bots and everything. He doesn't give a shit about them either. Look, all that thing that yeah it's all us guys, that's not completely true. That's a little bit of ego and narcissism from our part also, guys. They don't just feed off of us, guys. Not completely true. Look, npcs have base energy, ops have a little bit more than base energy, so there's also something to be fed of them also, because think about it. um, you see all those empty vessels at the ministries. You see them at the pawn shops, at the bread bakery warehouse. That's energy. So they do also produce energy. So eventually, guys, because I'm not fond on the victimhood mentality. Poor me. I don't like the sympathy stuff. We are all victims of this system here. And in fact, you at least, if anything, have a leverage over the NPC, and that is that you're aware that something is off. You have the cognitive function to think, hey, this is not me. Am I being taken over now? Why I'm acting so low vibrational? Let me chill out and meditate or do something. I'm just giving an example. They don't even have that. A bot, something happens to them, they panic, they jump in front of a train, or when they don't see no way out, they give up. And not only suicide. I'm talking about also other things. They become depressed. They live off a disability check. They give up completely in life. So if anything, in that regard, you actually have much more advantage than an NPC and a bot. Only thing is, the doors don't open that much for you because you are not liked. Your kind is not liked here because you go against the demiurge. And what I've seen now, no, I know for a fact, is that all those things that happen to you, you start off good with someone. After a while, relationships and you don't like each other. Before, well, 2 months before, you used to say to each other, "Hey, you're my bestie, or you're my this." It's all the demiurge does that. What I notice is it uses mind control on the bot, on the OP, and it tries to use it on you by whispering in your ear continuously hostile things. Let's say you're a loving person, and now all of a sudden in your mind you're hearing, "Yeah, fuck that bitch, yeah, I'm gonna block her." It's not you, sometimes, but it wants to do that so that you stay isolated, alone. Be also very cautious of this, guys. Anyone that watches my channel knows I don't talk out of my ass. I don't just talk word salads to get views and like. I talk accurate things. I just know, man, that the god of this realm is Satan. I know it now for a fact. I'm willing to put my life on it. And by the way, AI doesn't stand for artificial intelligence, guys. It stands for archontic inversion. And that's why Satan can rule you. He likes inverted stuff, everything backwards. That's why, guys, you see the missing children, babies being raped. I'm gonna be very graphic here, guys. It is what it is. Um, Gay marriage, gay sex. You see churches now opening their doors for LGBTQ bullcrap. A house of God is opening their doors for Sodom and Gomorrah behavior. That shows you, where is this God? He doesn't give a shit. He's not adamant about you, man. He just doesn't give a fuck about you, man. Wake the fuck up for once in your life. He doesn't give a shit about you. You can die tomorrow. That motherfucker doesn't care about. He's not passionate about you. He doesn't give a fuck about you. Learn it, man. Put it in your thick head for once. Stop using emotions. Use logic. Look at what's presented in front of you. Don't stop the wishful thinking ain't gonna do jack shit. Cause that motherfucker is a psychopath. He's evil. He's jealous. He told you, I'm a jealous god. He's a narcissist. Probably with a small private part. Very insecure. Piece of shit. That's why he torments you or tries to torment you the whole day. You know? Uses your neighbors, uses MK Ultra to make them slam doors. I have this guy upstairs, man. It's like this guy is like, I don't know, man. It's like he's practicing MMA or body shots against the wall here, man. He should be an athlete. I told him one time that jokingly downstairs, But of course, the bots gaslight you. You me? I didn't do it. But guys, Satan rules this world. That's why you feel the way you do. Every day you feel like you're suffering. It's because there is no love here. And didn't Jesus say, don't gather treasures here. I'm not of this world. So what is a church building doing here? Because God is not here, right? So that means you're not going to find him there on Sunday. You're just going to get some dopamine by talking to others. You might as well just go to I bet you, if you go to a cafe on a Sunday morning and have a cup of coffee and just laugh and talk, you will have the same effect as church. Because there's no God there. There's nothing happening there, guys. And I want to say this. I don't want to put nobody down. I don't feel better than anyone because I'm also one day going to leave this body. I'm not Superman. I'm just a guy making a video. But listen, I'm going to tell you something, man. I went to a lot of churches, and what I noticed, they have more problems there than folks outside. You know why? At least the folks outside don't give homage to a deity. Yep, I said it today, and I'm never going to take this word back. I don't care. I dare one of you Christians or whoever to come on my comments. I dare you, man. I even dare you to host a live. I don't need to show myself, but even if it's just audio, I dare you, I challenge you to have this debate with me. I will embarrass you. And I'm not saying this from an ego perspective, but because there comes a time where you have to wake up and stop being stupid. There's no God there. You're just going there for a dopamine rush. And I'm speaking the truth. You just want to connect with each other, but you might as well do that at your job or meet up with someone in private at a bar. It's the same freaking thing because God is not to be found, man. Here, this realm is owned by Satan. That's why Morpheus showed Neo. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world, as you know today. Neo, he wanted to get out. He panicked. You remember? Let me out. And then Morpheus said, no, I never told you it was going to be easy. And that's exactly what we're in here. The Walking Dead shows you the same thing, guys. They're after you, your energy, continuously. But of course, not only you, everyone here gets energy stolen from them. So don't be a victim or want pity. You know, you should just be a man about it. Fuck it. It is what it is. You're here anyway. You woke up today again. So yeah, fuck it. So yeah, guys, a lot of people have cancer in the church. A lot of problems. And I remember this thing, and I'm gonna close the video because I don't want to start the day very negative, but I remember this Dutch guy, man, and that there, I deserve to get two hard slaps, man. I should have left the church that moment. When I used to go up, I think 10 years ago, there was this big Dutch guy, tatted up. He was a tram driver, huge guy. I'm talking about like a Lex Luger type of body, huge Dutch Viking Aryan guy, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes. Guys, he got cancer. It started by his heel, you know, by his toes, his heel. I saw a guy going from that physique, guys, with all the respect, to almost how could I say it in a respectful manner, man? Almost like a fork at the end of his life. He even lost sight, one eye. That was eating him up, you know. Also the chemo. And the last word, one of the not the last, but one of the last, he looked at us. We went there as a church to pray for him, actually cursing him. But we went there, and he looked at us. He said, "But this is not fair. I gave my life to God, and why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this." And then he slipped into a coma, guys. And I remember just before in the new year, 5 past 12, I got an SMS. Yeah, Michael passed away. He was a Dutch guy, you know. You see? So the one of the last words he said is exactly what Christians should think about. Because you don't have God there, dummy. Wake up, you dummy. There's no God there, man. You're praying to Satan. That's why the most of you in churches are in welfare checks. You're sick, you're depressed, you want to commit suicide, you have PTSS, you have anger issues, you have more problems than worldly people, so called. You're serving a false God, stupid. You're serving Satan. That being said, be at peace.